I mean, it's bougie, but is it worth it?
Hey everybody, Ben and Nob here, and today we're talking about all things Sapphire Falls. Sapphire Falls is the only resort at Universal that falls into the preferred resort category. That means you get some upgraded perks, but is it really all it's chalked up to be? We're here to discuss whether on your next Universal Orlando adventure, whether Sapphire Falls is worth the money. The first thing we're going to talk about in regards to Sapphire Falls is location. It's located on the Islands of Adventure side of Universal property. Also, because you're staying on site, you get access to early park admission. This is wonderful considering that Sapphire Falls is only about a 10 to 12 minute walk away from Universal City Walk security. But if you don't feel like walking, Sapphire Falls also has water taxis, which is a wonderful perk, especially at the end of the night when you're trying to get back to the hotel and you don't want to walk anymore. Now that we've talked a little bit about where Sapphire Falls is located, let's talk about some of the perks you get for staying at Sapphire Falls.
So now you're at Sapphire Falls. Let's talk about what it looks like when you go on into that darn hotel. When you first walk in, the lobby is absolutely gorgeous. It is big and airy, and it's got these beach balls of sorts up above you. They're wicker, but they're still beach balls. But the hotel is just beautiful, well decorated, well themed. You feel like you're in a very tropical place. The hotel rooms, they're nice. They are nice. Now, they're not going to be nearly as big as, say, a room over at Portofino Bay, but they're definitely an upgrade compared to your Adventura, your Cabana Bay hotel rooms. We can say they're about the same size as an Adventura or a Cabana Bay hotel room, but they just feel nicer. The decorations in the rooms, the way they have the showers, like we just went into this hotel and we're absolutely like, man, this is nice. Yeah. We are very, very happy with it. So overall, like if I were to rate the hotel room out of 10, I'd give it a solid 8.5, I'd say. Maybe hedging on a 9. The pool area, the gym, what's called an arcade? Yeah, the game room, they're fantastic. I think the pool area is very well done. I can't say it's my favorite pool area out of all of them, but it's not a bad pool area. It has plenty of space, it has great theming. It even has a fire that you can sit around, a fire pit area, which is pretty neat. And it's just very nice. The gym's large, the game room, lots of options for kids, but the amenities that they have at this hotel are pretty top notch. The last thing I want to point out when it comes to staying at this hotel that we absolutely enjoyed are the sit-down dining restaurants. Specifically, Ametista and Strongwater are fantastic. We ate at Strongwater and had one of the best desserts I've ever had when staying at Universal. It was a tres leches cake that was about as big as my face. And the dinner was also good as well. Mm-hmm. So as far as a hotel that has restaurant opportunities in it that you can go to, Sapphire Falls knocked it out of the park.
I think it's an important comparison to make with the Prime, because as soon as you start getting down to that Prime level at the hotel, you're basically relegated to cafeteria style eating. So if you're staying at Aventura, Cabana Bay, or Dockside and Surfside, it's going to be all cafeteria style eating.
Which isn't terrible if you want to grab stuff and go, or you've got like a large party, you just don't really have the time to sit down. But when we go to a hotel, we just really appreciate having a nice dinner together and being able to kind of have a date night, you know? And so that was a piece, I guess, that stood out to us the most about Sapphire Falls, as well as then as you look at the premier hotels, is you're saving some money, which we'll get to in a minute about cost, but you're saving some money staying at this preferred hotel, but you also get some of the luxuries that you would normally get at a premier hotel and not at a Prime. So with all these amenities though, having those step ups of theming, of decor and all that, there's definitely a catch because it does come with a price. Let's talk a little bit about how much you're gonna pay to stay at Sapphire Falls versus your other hotel resort options.
At the time of filming, Sapphire Falls is running about $265 a night. This is about $65 more than the prime resorts of Cabana Bay or Aventura, but it's also $105 more than the value resorts of Surfside and Dockside. Additionally, it's about $300 to $365 less than the premier resorts of Hard Rock, Portofino Bay, or Royal Pacific. Now, what we'll get to in a second, a lot of that cost is going to be tied up in express passes. So we might as well just start talking about the major con that you don't get of staying at Sapphire Falls.
There's a lot of pros, but there is
one
particular con. The only con that we can really point out when staying at Sapphire Falls is it doesn't include express pass. Now, looking at those prices for a premier resort hotel and the additional like $300 to $370 per night, the reason that it's going to be more expensive to go that route is because you get express pass included in your stay for everybody, and it's unlimited. At Sapphire Falls, that's not the option. You're getting your room, you're getting a lovely hotel to stay at, but you're not getting that unlimited express pass. So if you're looking to have express pass when you visit and book at Sapphire Falls, you're going to have to pay an additional fee for each person that wants express pass per day. And depending on the time of year, that really can add up quite a bit. So when you're determining if you want to stay at Sapphire Falls, you definitely want to know ahead of time if you plan to get express pass, how many days you want express pass, how many people need express pass, and maybe if you even are going to get express pass, because all of a sudden you've just forked over quite a few hundreds of dollars. But it's nice to have. I won't knock that. That's probably the biggest thing at Sapphire Falls that really makes you go, should I not? And when Ben and I determine where we book, it really depends on the time of year. Are people out of school? Is there a holiday coming up? Are there gonna be a lot of people going to the parks at that time of year? Do we need express pass? And recently we went to the parks and we didn't. It was pretty easy to go onto rides. We didn't have to wait too long. And the ride that we had to wait the longest for is Hagrid's, and it doesn't take express pass. So it really depends on what you're looking at and what you need for your family. If you guys have questions about that, put comments on this video. We'd love to talk more about express pass and whether it's worth upgrading to Premier. Mathing it out is always helpful. So those are the main points with staying at Sapphire Falls. The real question is, will we go back? What do you think?
Surprise! We already are.
We did already book a stay at Sapphire Falls coming up this year.
We're going to go back to Sapphire Falls in November, right around the Winter Orlando Informer meetup.
Yep.
We're taking Om's parents. It's going to be their first time in the parks, and they are very excited. We're also very excited to share the elegant Sapphire Falls with them.
Like, to use that as an example, when determining if we would book at what we would book when bringing my parents there, we wanted to stay at a pretty nice hotel. We wanted water taxi access. Not that you can't have water taxi access if you stay at Aventura, you just have to walk a little bit. But we want to stay at one of the nicer hotels. And then Mom and Dad aren't coming into the parks with us during the day. They're just going to go in during the meetup event. And so we didn't need an express pass for our party. And Ben and I can go and jump on rides during the day, and during the night, we'll just walk right on them for this event. And so booking a Premier hotel didn't make sense, but I am very happy that we will have the perks of staying at almost as nice of a hotel as the Premier options.
If you got anything out of this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stick around for more Universal content. Thanks for watching.
Bye.